Yo, it's your boy Logos. And if you don't know who Dr. Umar is, I consider you to be one of the lucky ones. Throughout social media and the internet, he's known as a black activist, a black supremacist, but to me, I know him as the accomplice for brain damage. That's part of the reason why I really haven't reacted or talked about him much, even though I disagree with the vast majority of the stuff he says. And I find him to be very idiotic, and I really don't understand how so many people give him money or believe in the stuff that he says. But also, to be honest with you, I think a good chunk of the population are dumb, so it makes sense. And that's for anybody. I'm just being honest. But the only reason why I wanted to react to this video is because he made some crazy comments about, excuse me, Vanessa Bryant, the widow of Kobe Bryant, and the way that she should use her money that she attained through her husband or her own means. He's another example of why I love that just because you look like somebody else and that's the only thing you have in common, you don't have to think that way. Even if people like him want that to be true. Somehow, some way, if you don't go along with certain stuff that he says, certain people call you Uncle Tom, a sellout, this, that, and the other. This man claims to be so pro-black and want the black community to do so good. I think it's kind of funny he says that when he has two, I think, baby mothers. Seemed like something he could very easily control, but he couldn't control that. He can make broken homes, but he wanted to go around and preach and tell black men, black women how they should live, telling black men that they date outside their race are a sellout, or if they try to come back, that's how he calls it. If they date a white woman, leave her and date a black woman, he calls it coming back to the race. So yeah, he's a full-on dumbass, but somehow, some way, people do support him. I don't get it, but today I have some tinfoil here that I fashion into the size and shape of a baseball cap, and that should hopefully prevent me from catching on into any, I don't know, idiot disease, idiot waves, idiot energy that could possibly be transmitted through hearing his voice, his words, his ideas, or his ideology. So hopefully it will save me and protect me for the next 5 or so minutes, or however long it takes for me to talk about him. If you really do enjoy this type of stuff, and you say it in the comments down below, I'll see about reacting to the full podcast with him on it. I might have to get a lot of tinfoil from a lot of different places. Maybe I have to get some industrial size or thickness ones to protect my brainwaves, but I'll do it if you want me to. But either way, let's react to this and see what dumb stuff you gotta say.
Let me ask you an example.
Kobe Bryant.
Let me ask you a question.
Kobe Bryant.
I want to ask you a question.
Kobe Bryant died. Vanessa inherited his wealth.
Sure.
And guess what? Is Vanessa Bryant using any of that black man's money to do any good in the black community?
Let me ask you a question.
Absolutely fucking not.
We don't know
Vanessa
that.
Bryant. Listen.
I don't know.
How does he know that? He doesn't know that. She could be building parks, upgrading local rec areas like basketball courts, tennis courts, gyms, schools, but she doesn't have to announce it. She doesn't have to tell it to the world. She could just do it. Either way, it's her money. It's her family's money. She can do with that how she pleases. So to come at her, especially when she got this money because of the passing of her husband, is not only idiotic, but it's pretty messed up. But like I said, this guy has no standards, no morals, no logic. So him just saying random bullshit out the mouth is nothing new. And if it's the first time you actually listened to or heard of Dr. Umar, I apologize, because your life was going just fine and you was able to dodge his bullshit, but then somehow, some way, I led you to him. Once again, I apologize, but we already here.
I'm telling you.
How you know? You know?
Let me ask you a question.
Well, wait.
Because she's a public
Can I
figure,
ask you a question?
and she just
You don't know
You
that.
didn't see that initiative.
You don't know
I
that.
do know. I do know, and I'm
me ask
telling
you-
you now.
let me ask you a
Vanessa
question.
Bryant just started an initiative with 3 predominantly white colleges, some sort of a sports initiative with Kobe's money and Kobe's name. Didn't choose a single HBCU
Let me ask you a question.
with a black man's money. Marvin.
The black man. Oh my God, he's so moronic. Kobe Bryant helped everybody. Like, he was all about teaching sports and basketball and knowledge or anything to everybody. He was loved throughout the whole world because of his skills, his hard work, his mentality. It wasn't just black people that love Kobe Bryant. Nor does Vanessa Bryant has an obligation to spend money how one particular black man or any number of black people feel. I don't give a fuck how she spends her money because it's not my money. And I think it's idiotic to try to tell somebody else what to do with the money that they have. Where is your money, Dr. Umar, with this school that you've been supposed to be building for what, 15, 10 years now? Is that going to be built soon? Are students going to be able to start getting education there? I feel, I kind of feel sorry for those kids. Let's say it does open up and he actually has kids being educated there. So they're going to be hearing the same bullshit that comes out of his mouth. I can only imagine the way he talks online and in interviews, trying to demonize people because in his eyes, they're not acting or behaving or moving pro-black. Only makes me think he's going to try to get those same type of people to come into the school and teach and educate. And it makes sense because you're going to be preying on vulnerable young children who are sent to the school by their parents, probably believing the same dumb shit that he says too. So you're just going to all feed it into this kid who doesn't know any better. It's indoctrination. So either way, it's a lose-lose. You're going to either have him scam all these people out their money, or he's going to actually make the school and he's going to scam a whole bunch of people by education. At least that's what I bet. Hopefully that doesn't be the case, but considering his track record, I wouldn't bet against it.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He died from taking a COVID shot. Is his white widow using any of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's fortune to help black folks?
You're being unfair.
I'm being unfair how?
No, let me tell you why.
Expecting white women to use black money to help black people?
No.
How is that unfair?
Because the same way you naming these people, we can name mad black wives that got black money from their husbands that did shit to help black people. Well, stop. It's my goal. No, it's not.
And you know what the difference is?
You're wrong.
You know what the difference is?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
If I marry a white woman, when I die, my wealth goes to the very people who have robbed everything from my community.
That's not true.
But
I'll give you an example.
Oh, damn. Look, he even within the scenario of talking about it being him and his wife, he's still so focused on the race of his wife and what he assumes she's gonna do with the money because she's white. He ain't focused on how she wanna use it to keep living on her life or the children or any of that stuff. He's so focused on making this some type of racial debate. And it's very, very sad that people really do buy into this stuff, but I'm not surprised. At this point, you're better off not being surprised than, having a bar or standard or expectation. Because at that point, you're just going to get disappointed. And like I said previous times in many different videos, the bar is in hell. But this guy is just full of shit. But he still can get on major networks. He can still get major interviews and garner people that actually agree with the stuff that he's saying. He has all this energy, all this anger for Vanessa Bryant supposedly not using her money, not his, her money, to help the black community. I don't see this same amount of anger for the people that are killing each other within the black community, for the people that glorify it, for the way that black people throw away their money buying stuff that they don't even need, just have a veneer or this, I don't know, this outward appearance of wealth to people that they don't even know and shouldn't even care about. People waiting in lines, fighting each other over $200 Jordans that took maybe $20 to make in China, using slave labor, while this dumbass talking about the history of the, like, bro, I'm serious. I don't understand how people just listen to him and be like, yeah, this makes sense to me. He is finally speaking the truth. Like, oh man, whether it is FD Signifier or the Tiger, I can't remember the last part, or whoever else, just because you're this or that or the other, and by that I mean characteristics that is largely out of your control, like your gender or like the color of your skin, doesn't mean that we gotta think alike because we have this one characteristic that we share. You could still be an idiot just because you're black. That doesn't mean everybody that disagree with me or everybody I have an issue with their opinion is an idiot. But him, FD Signifier, and the stuff I saw from the T-Girl, straight up stupid. No logic, no facts. It's just this is what I believe. And if you disagree, you're a coon or you're sexist or you're a sellout or something else. It's just very low IQ stuff. And that's how I see it. Not gonna sugarcoat it, not gonna lie about it, not gonna play around the bush. That way you can, I don't know, somebody cannot get offended. I think he's an idiot. If you agree with the stuff that he says, I think you're an idiot too. Well, you're an idiot within this regard. You might be you may not be a flat out idiot about everything, but when it comes to this, it's pretty idiotic. That's how I see it. But let me know what you think. Sorry, let me know what you think. Tell me if you want me to react to the whole interview and now get working on that aluminum foil protection that I need. Because I ain't bullshitting with you. Like, I really got it right here next to me. Because this guy he is something else. And each time I react to people like him, it's like I'm getting slapped in the face or beat over the head with the idiot club. And I need some type of protection to keep my brain intact. If I'm trying to do this for a long haul, which I plan to do, reacting to stupid shit like this, probably gonna be the norm. And that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Logos.